My name is Doug Standley. I am the founder and CEO of Neo Innovation. My background is a mixture of consulting, generally around leading innovation and transformation, as well as leading technology companies. I've been a public CEO twice, and prior to founding Neo, I was a senior partner and fellow at Deloitte Consulting. Neo is designed without constraints. We were able to, in a unique situation, I've been studying and delivering innovation my entire life, and one overarching limitation is somebody imposes a strategy tax. Shout out to Ben, but it imposed a strategy tax on the initiative. It starts off like a phenomenal idea, but sort of long later somebody says, yeah, but it's got to work with just our network, or it's got to work with just our protocol, or just our hardware, and frankly, that's the limitation on innovation. So the real differentiation for Neo is that we will always anchor ourselves without constraints and without bias. Neo today is something that if we elect to, we can give it away without constraints, and that is, we've had that special opportunity to not have the pressure from an outside party frankly dictating our design. I think our biggest achievement to date is today. I think that we have proven ourselves in a marketplace. We're in the process of implementing Neo at over 40 industrial factories. We're about to blow the doors off of the agricultural sector with our precision ag solution of Neo. But mostly when great talent makes a decision to join our team, today is the greatest day. Now next week maybe my new greatest day. We're always going to be as good as the team we assemble. So today, with the addition of Chris Ratcliffe and Sven Gerjits to our team, it's just humbling and validating that we're doing a lot of stuff really right. My favorite thing about growing up in Orange County in the late 50s and 60s, it was really a time of innocence. It was super safe. As a preteen, it wasn't unusual for us to hitchhike, 15, 20 miles to the beach, hang out there all day. Of course, people thought we were actually down the street playing baseball, but clearly it has to be the ocean and access to the beach and access to some of the best body surfing and surfing in the world, just literally in my backyard. Number one, I spend more time thinking about how Neo can provide personal security for the team members here forever. My hope is that a team surfaces that remain good stewards of Neo way beyond me. Right? So that's my hope. Yeah, I mean, we're really very fortunate to have a situation with Neo where, frankly, we don't have to come out and brag before we're ready to deliver. And jokingly, I always tell people that my mother always told me that little boys who brag the most get the least. So in the back of my head, that's always resonated, is that we don't need to brag. There's no external pressure. There's nobody telling us we've got to be very boisterous in the market. So frankly, we enjoy being methodical, and we enjoy telling people when there's something really important to talk about. So it's exciting. It's a big day today. We have a life of laughter at our house. We laugh like crazy fools. My funniest memory of my daughter that I can laugh at anytime I put this vision in my mind's eye, we were actually on vacation, and it's a long story, but the short version of it, the day ended with her sitting at a dinner table on a cruise ship, announcing to the table that she didn't even like tequila, right? So, and this is when she had a flower in her hair and looked like she had literally crawled out of a dirty ashtray. So it's still really just forever will be the memory in my in my mind's eye that cracks me up. Oh man, any concert that could happen, obviously, I'd want to be at. I would want to be at the Led Zeppelin concert, but I think the probability of that is like slim to none. What I'd really love to do is I'd love to hang with Dave Grohl for about a year. I'm like a bona fide Dave Grohl groupie, going back to obviously the days of Nirvana. So yeah, so it's both. You know, the concert that I don't think will happen is the Led Zeppelin reunion, but yeah, it's got to be just hanging with Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters. I think really technology, it just became clear to me that very early on, you know, the early days of the internet, that you know, this is the answer for me to be able to imagine solving, you know, really significant problems and opportunities, and you know, doing it with people would force me to get along with people. And technology, I can remain my introverted kind of, you know, crazy intellectual self. So technology is really my best friend. Well, second to my wife, Carrie. But you know, I dream about technology, and I look at I imagine it. When I read Kurzweil's book on singularity, I kind of shrugged my shoulders and said, "Yeah, that's cool. How long is it going to take us to get there?" So I think that just kind of makes me a tech nerd. I'm infatuated. Well, as I always mention, you know, we're going to do it right. We're going to be methodical. We're really going to fight people imposing our timeline on us. We're going to do things when we're ready to do it. And you know, Neo was imagined as something that is infinite, and I view myself as just a caretaker of this idea. And so what I want to instill in the company is that, number one, we just don't constrain our thinking when it comes to Neo. Neo really is a true platform, and today some really very heavy tech shoes have kicked our tires, and in each case, I love to watch their mouths drop when we prove to them that we're right. We've done something super special. So I view it as we're gonna scale Neo by being really good stewards of the opportunity we have. It really would be our talent acquisition. You know, it's cliche to say you're as good as the people you bring on your team, but it is, and the people that are most successful in Neo are, you know, Neo just becomes literally part of their heartbeat, and it's exciting when people get that way, because it's you know, we just exponentially get better really quick. So I think the thing that I'd love to accelerate is how we attract great talent, but also in a way that aligns with our core of we believe in diversity, we live diversity. So, you know, more opportunities for super talented talent, both diverse by gender, by race, by preference, whatever it may be. So I think that would be, it's all about people. I think my childhood really made me somebody that I got at a very early age, that if anything was going to happen positive for me, you know, I was going to have to make it happen myself. You know, this isn't one of those woe is me stories. I mean, everything in my childhood is frankly has made me who I am. You know, I was a Teamster when I was 14 years old. You know, I had to learn how to work at a really young age and work with men, you know, and so that I think mainly is my work ethic and my sense of self-reliance. I wouldn't trade that in for anything. Frankly, I've probably come pretty close to that. I've been a risk taker all my life. If I woke up with nothing, I guess the caveat would be if I still had my wife, I'd just give me 6 months. I'd be back, you know. If I didn't have my wife, I'd probably say fuck it and go be a bartender on a beach somewhere.